So chakras are something that is a very integral part of us and is something that we have to realize. It's not based on belief or not belief, whether you believe there are chakras or you don't believe there are chakras. In fact, in yoga sadhana, no foundation is based on beliefs. The foundation is based on a tool that's given to you, you apply it to yourself, and you see the results of that application. Okay. So yes, of course, today we are going to continue with our series on the chakras, demystifying the esoteric. And I'm not going to put up a chart of the chakras for you to see and then, study, but we are going to apply this information inwards upon ourselves and realize for ourselves what it is. It's a way of understanding yourself better. Okay. So in the first two sessions, we did the location of the chakras and we breathed into the chakras. So those who are joining us for the first time, I would suggest that you start from part 1, part 2, and then come to the part 3 today. And for others, once again, you will elongate your spine without any stiffness, very flexible. And you can move a little bit, front, back, sideways, and align yourself along the spine. So now there are two ways of doing it. One way is just imagining your spine as a straight rod and seeing the centers aligned along it. The other is following the curvature of the spine. Both are fine, whatever works for you. Let your shoulders drop so you're not sitting in a very attentive pose. The attention is of the awareness, not of the body. Body is relaxed. Body consciousness is put back in this practice. Now you'll drop your awareness down to the base of the body, to the first center, the Mooladhara, situated or located at the perineum. Now the perineum is the space between the genitals and the rectum. Now in the first part 1, I had discussed about how we evolve along the chakras from a newly born infant to the time of passing out. And today we are going to look at the centers, view the centers according to the emotions that come as we go through this journey. Okay. So relaxing into the Mooladhara center at the base of your body. Remember, this is the first center developing as we are born. And many of our fears and insecurities are held here in the center. Fear of losing our people we love, fear of losing the love of the people we love, fear of losing money, losing health. Many fears, they're all nuanced and all interlocked with one another. So you'll stay here and just observe. We are not blaming. It's not a game of blaming anyone or blaming yourself or blaming others. You're just observing yourself. And as you practice these techniques of chakra sadhana, which we will go into more and more with additional videos, you will realize how these fears and insecurities will slowly dissolve. You'll be liberated from them. This is a red lotus with the 4 petals at the base of the body. Once again, don't be frustrated if you can't see the color or the petals. Just keep your awareness in the center here. And from here then, we will gently move up to the space behind the pubic bone, on the tailbone, to the next center, the Swadhisthana, the adolescent center, orange with 6 petals. So now you're growing up, you're in the stage of adolescence, finding out about your sexuality, developing a sense of yourself, respect for yourself. All this, of course, is reflected in the outer world and how they react to you. The biases we form. All rooted in the self. Your feeling of your self-worth. Of course, in other sciences, people are looking at only this life, but in the spiritual field, we are looking at also impressions from past lives in all these centers. I will continue moving up into the spot behind the navel. For the purposes of our practice, we are following the rainbow-colored Vibgyor pattern. So here we have the yellow lotus. So we say lotus, but the name for it is chakra. I mean, in English, we say chakras, but actually it's chakra, which means a spinning disc. Here we have the yellow disc. Moving into a later age after adolescence, interacting with the outside world in the form of working, profession, a job. I always feel that coming to a balance in this center is like getting a degree in management. You learn to interact with the outside world. Neither bullying nor getting bullied. And then you continue upwards, coming to the heart center, forming relationships. Learning about sharing and caring, receiving from others and giving. Of course, every center has negative and positive sides to it, and we all have negative and positive qualities in every center. The idea of the yoga practice, the yoga sadhana, is to enhance the positive and transform the negative. So generosity, philanthropy, all these are qualities of the center, the Anhat Chakra, the green lotus, behind the solar plexus on the spine. And then from here, you move into the center of the Vishuddhi Chakra at the throat, nape of the neck at the back, the bright blue center of creativity, self-expression. So remember, the chakras are like a gear system. When they all function smoothly, everything moves well and you flow up the spine. But if anywhere there is a blip, then that blip affects all the centers. But our main purpose of doing this is for you to realize your own areas of difficulty in the body. Okay? And of course, the chakras affect the physical body. The emotions affect the physical body. And And sometimes when you're practicing a chakra sadhana, the emotions heal and then the healing is passed on to the physical body. Now you move up, carry on along the spine, and you'll enter the brain and come to the Ajna chakra behind the forehead, the two-petaled indigo lotus. The area of the mind, the mental, creating the swing between two polarities. And here, as the mind purifies with the practice of yoga sadhana, more and more clarity comes into you. Finally, realizing, of course, yourself as divine. That's the ultimate goal. But before that, a lot of other clarity comes in your life, helping you to act instead of reacting. And then from here is a smooth transmission, smooth transition to the Sahasrahar, the 1,000-petal lotus, which of course is a very still space where all your emotions, negative and positive, are transformed only into a non-vibrational love and peace. Good. Now you'll take a deep breath and just gently come back into your body, realizing yourself as more than just the physical body of flesh and bones and blood and organs, and knowing that there's a possibility for you to transform yourself. Good. Relax, take a deep breath, and you can open your eyes if you had them closed. And in our next chakra series, I'm going to teach you a meditation to balance the colors in the centers. So have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you again soon. Namaste.